If I was trying to lose 10 kilos of body fat in 12 weeks, this is the exact strategy I would use and how you can implement it if you'd like to achieve these results. My name is Harry Cox and I am the owner of Club Q, which is a private personal training gym here in central London, and I help many people lose body fat and transform their physiques. I'd say the most important part of this equation is the nutrition side of things. So let's start there. Where do we start with our nutrition if we're trying to lose 10 kilos of body fat in 12 weeks? In order to find your maintenance, I would start by using a rough calculation. If you're a man, times your body weight in kilos by 34. If you're a woman, times your body weight in kilos by 32. This will roughly give you your maintenance calories, and from that, subtract 500. So for me, as a 75 kilo male, that would put me on about 2,050 calories as my starting number. We then need to set our protein intake. For males, I like to go for 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight. For women, I like to go for 2 grams per kilo of body weight. So as a 75 kilo male, that puts me at 165 grams of protein every single day. Split those calories and protein requirements into 4 even meals across the day and see what happens to your weight over time. The second variable we need to account for is training. Whether you're dieting or gaining, your weight sessions should remain pretty much the same, and that will probably be between 4 and 5 weight sessions per week. With regards to cardio, I like to keep it to a minimum to start off with, perhaps 20 to 30 minutes on rest days. So then if your weight begins to stall, we can use that as a variable to manipulate and potentially help you lose weight further. So the training side of things is pretty simple. Then the final variable you may consider to manipulate is your expenditure throughout the day. I recommend you have a daily target for your step count. For the first week, simply measure how many steps you do per day for that week, draw out an average for the week, and then for the following week, add an additional 2,000 steps per day on top of that. This will increase your overall calorie expenditure and also help you to lose weight. Over the course of the 12 weeks, you should expect more of your fat loss to happen in the first 6 weeks as opposed to the second 6 weeks. So in order to make sure you're staying on track, I would account for 6 kilos being lost in the first 6 weeks and 4 kilos being lost in the second 6 weeks. So that's about 1 kilo per week for the first 6 weeks and 0.66 kilos every week for the final 6 weeks. So if your weight loss isn't happening quick enough, you need to eat less or do more cardio or do more steps. However, if your weight loss is happening too quickly, you probably can afford to eat slightly more, do a little bit less cardio, or do slightly fewer steps. Don't expect to stay on the same number of calories throughout the entirety of the 12 weeks, as it's more than likely your rate of loss will slow down and you may have to make some adjustments. And remember, 10 kilos to lose across 12 weeks is a lot, and this is quite an aggressive dieting strategy. This is certainly not what I'd recommend for people who are just starting out to try and get into healthier habits. However, if you're really keen to shred down, this strategy should work perfectly.